I'll tell you one thing, to get up very early is hard for me. Does that count as annoyance? I find the struggle too hard to wake up on time. Uh, yes, I like to sleep. I think my mother always says the teenage boy likes to sleep very long. I value modesty, but sometimes people are too modest and you compliment them on something and they say to you, oh no, it's terrible, don't compliment on this, it's terrible, I didn't do very well. And it's like, you don't have to be overly proud, but for you to be too modest is like you're doing yourself a disservice and everyone who sees what you've done. And for you to discredit that, that annoys me, I think. When I was born, Russia, in English is Russian Federation, it was very young. I was never alive for Soviet Union, uh, but so I was born right at the transition period, so it was tough for us growing up sometimes to get necessary things, because in Soviet Russia the poverty line was pretty bad, but I come from wealth, so it wasn't too bad. But for me growing up, we hit an economic downturn, so I was always afraid that we'd get kicked out of our house or things like this, that my father would lose his job or my mother would lose her job. So that for me was, I had this realization when I was much younger than I think is good for a child, but that scared me. There's always a fear that your parents will lose job, but I think I understand more about economics and things like this. But things are pretty good right now in Russia for my family. So that fear in particular, as it was exactly as I was when I was younger, is not so much. I'm not afraid of this. I don't like very much people who, there's word, a bully. When I was younger I was very small and often I was picked on because of my size, and that bugs me. And even though the physical bully is not still threat to us at our age, there are still bullies who use different tactics to bully the weaker, even if not physical, but to perhaps, you know, someone who is, I can't think of the example, but there are still bullies who still try to dominate the smaller guy, and that angers me. It's a fear I have for other people to have, because as a younger child son I was beaten up very much. So for a bully to still exist, it bugs me and it saddens me, and I'm afraid for the person who is bullied.